Well, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to our Planets Through Ascendant series of the week. And this week we're going to be covering Sun in the 10th house. Sun in the 10th house for Sagittarius ascendant people. And what happens when Sun is in the 10th house in the sign of Virgo for a Sagittarius ascendant individual? And as always, if you do not know where your Sun is placed, all the other astrological details, including my books, reports, consultations. For that, check out the link here. Check out my full astrological report, along with everything else. So let's get started with Sun in the 10th house in the sign of Virgo. So for Sagittarius ascendant people, Sun rules the 9th house with the sign of Sagittarius. I'm sorry, Sun ruled the 9th house with the sign of Leo. Early morning, I had my coffee. And 9th house, as you know, represents the father. Teachers, preachers, counselor, advisors, pilgrimage, philosophy, religion. Okay? It represents siblings-in-law. It represents grandchildren. You know, it represents the hidden wealth of your family. It represents your brother, sister-in-law. Many, many things. So now the ruler of this Sun goes into the 10th house in the sign of Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury. And Virgo is ruling the 10th house, which is pretty much your work environment, fame, authorities, government. You know, it's the teachings of the father. It represents the mother-in-law. It represents the family of your younger siblings, meaning that they're married family. I mean, you can go truckload of things. So here, first of all, we see, and this is something my own personal observation. Usually I see people who tend to always go into fields of either law, administration, government administration, or taking on certain religious or spiritual duties of their family. Because what this is causing, this 9th lord in the 10th house, it causes something known as Dharma, Karma, Adhipati Yoga. Because 9th house is Dharma, 10th house is Karma. 9th lord is going in the 10th house. Now, usually the 10th lord should be involved as well for Dharma, Karma, Adhipati Yoga to be involved. But just by itself is causing a strong indication of Dharma becoming the Karma. And 9th house, as you know, represents the law. The written law. So now you're taking the 9th house of law, bringing it in the career. So you're implementing policies. You don't have to be a lawyer. You can be a HR professional implementing policies at work. And Sun naturally represents administration. You're going to be doing a lot of administrative work. This also shows that 9th house is second from itself, meaning the gain of the 9th house is happening now. So naturally, what it shows us that through higher education, one's career will flourish. And it could be either a traditional education, as in like university, postgrad education, PhD, or it can be an oral traditional education through which you will excel in your career. And especially in the sign of Virgo, a person will take care of a whole lot of details. They will be minutely looking at everything in their work. Like these are the people, if they are preaching some religious text, spiritual text, they will know it line by line. And this can actually give a very strong retention rate. But here's the thing, because 10th house represents reputation, fame, it can give great fame. It can give great amount of respect and reputation to your father and you, whether you're a man or woman. But also, you have to look at the impact of planets upon the 10th house, whether through aspect or through conjunction. This can like bring that ups and downs into that thing. So if malefic planets are influencing the Sun in your 10th house, then it can show that one's reputation will be known as somebody who is very hard and mean, or somebody who may not have the greatest of reputation out in their workplace. If benefic aspects, benefic is conjunct this planet, then we know that this person will be well respected in that society, especially in terms of their career. If no planet aspects, it's simply a very good position in terms of like receiving all kinds of promotion, respect of elders. But also what this shows, with sun being in the 10th house, shows father was hugely involved in teaching you about your career, the type of profession you should choose, how to present yourself professionally out in the world. Also, through the help of guru, you will earn money. So if let's say you are coming from a very traditional family and you have a guru that you always take advice from, doesn't have to be an astrologer, just a guru. Guru tells you, you should go and do this. Instead of going for IPS officer, go become an IS officer. Or no, don't go for IS, go for IFS officer, Indian Foreign Services. You will take that and you'll do excellent in it. So advice of gurus becomes very good here. Guru and father may have healing hands, meaning they're able to heal you. They're able to heal your career, heal any problem in your life. So let's say you have a problem with your career, your father's still in your picture, still alive, guru's still alive. Always go to them to seek help. Even if they don't know nothing about your career. Let's say you are in IT. Okay? Your father is in railway, your father is in, your father works in a store, in a hardware store. He has no clue about what you're doing, but go take advice from him. Say, hey dad, I just got laid off. I don't know what to do. What do you think I should do? Your father will be like, I think you've been here too long in this state. You should apply for a job in this particular state. Go apply for a job in Texas. Go apply for a job in Gujarat. Go apply for a job in Lancaster. And you do that, and suddenly you get a better job opportunity in those places. So you see how they don't need to be educated in your particular profession. Whatever simple advice they give, that can work. Now, here's another deal then. These are all these stipulations that we are putting in. If malefic impacts the sun through conjunction and aspects, their advice can actually put more stress upon you. They tell you to go far away. And next thing you know, you go far away and it's more stressful than what you had before. So again, you have to really know the dynamics. Now, especially whenever you hear in astrology, the planet, you have to have very prominent planets in your horoscope for this to happen. Very prominent planet for that to happen. What are they talking about whenever there's a prominent planet? What is a prominent planet? Simple. There's 4 positions for prominency. 1st house, 5th house, 9th house, 10th house. These are the 4 positions that are known as prominent planets. Oh, you have prominent planets placed in your horoscope. What do they mean? It might be these particular houses, more than any other house. Or anywhere where there's a cluster of planets in a house, that becomes a prominent house. So this 10th house, 9th lord being in the 10th house, are 2 connections of the prominent houses. So always a person will have a mentor regarding their career. But also this shows one thing. One success can actually come after death of father or a guru. Because 2nd house, originally from the ascendant, is known as Marka house. Death inflicting house. But a Marka house is also the house of wealth, 2nd house. So 2nd from any house, 2nd from the 9th house becomes Marka place for the father. But it's also the house of money. So shows in certain position, only after passing away of your father, your career will rise. But of course, you don't want to tell that to someone. You don't want to tell that to someone, well, your career will only rise after your father passes away. What if they're what if they love and respect their father? They're never going to wish like, okay, well, I think it's time for my father to go so I can prosper in my life. But it happens. This is why some people are not able to find success till later in life. As soon as father passes away, suddenly a promotion happens and they go like 10 notches up in their company. I'm not saying that this is the placement of that, But there are certain aspects and conjunction that can make that happen. That only after your father passes away, your career will rise. Your reputation will rise in life. You know, it is what it is with that placement. But this also shows that, especially in your career, nowadays, I see a lot of people who travel for career. They may not move to some distant land, but they may have to do a lot of long distance travel for career. Why? Because ninth lord of long distance travel, foreign travel, is now sitting in the 10th house. Foreign opportunities always come for your career. You always tend to get types of jobs that will require you to do a lot of traveling, going to a lot of meetings, going to a lot of conferences outside of the country, outside of the state. It doesn't have to be foreign land. Let's say you're in California, you'll go to New York a lot. You'll go to Chicago, you'll go to Texas for meetings. Maybe 2 or 3 times a year, 4 times a year. So that's what this placement represents. Okay? So guys, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your sun is placed, all your astrological details, my books, reports, consultations, for that check out the link here. Otherwise, we'll see you later.